10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. From the Ground Up Productions presents Talk Therapy with Lady Miz. She's here to listen and give advice, but brace yourself. If you can't handle the truth. Because she's not sugarcoating a thing. She's getting to the root of the problem and addressing the ugly truth. You're now tuned in to Talk Therapy with Lady Miz.
Good evening, everybody. How y'all doing tonight? Big shout out to Hardy Slice. Big shout out to Town Mama. Big shout out to Yellow Pound Cake in the building. Big shout out to the hip-hop pioneer, King Charlie Prince, and Sherry the Ghost Fighter. I see y'all. How y'all doing out there tonight? Listen, y'all know tonight is a serious topic, and it's something that we basically really need to address, and I'm going to get into all of that, and this is really going to be a part one. Big shout out to my partner, Tyler Mix, on the check-in. Before I get into that, let me first, again, introduce myself to those who might not know and come across this podcast. This is Talk Therapy. I'm your host, Lady Miz, and if you're wondering what Talk Therapy is about, well, let me tell you. Talk Therapy is a safe place for us to discuss topics so that we could come together and create awareness and understanding of certain things and the importance of what accountability is, okay? That is so important. Accountability, and a lot of people don't like to take accountability for what they do. It's also a place for us to come and get things off of our chest, to express ourselves, because talking is therapy. A lot of times people don't understand that. We're living in a time now where people are depressed. People are going through things. Sometimes people just need somebody to talk to, okay? This is what this platform is about. But at the same time, I come on here and I discuss many different topics with my viewers. So that's the purpose of this. I open up the phone lines in case you have something that you want to say to me or something that you might want to get off your chest, even if it's not on topic, because that's what therapy is about, right? So I just want to point that out for those who might be coming across my podcast for the very first time. Okay, I am the ear to listen. If you got something to say, and that is what this podcast is all about. Today's topic is a touchy one. Today, I'm going to be discussing the signs of mental slavery. This is my department, y'all. Y'all know, if anybody know me and you know my music, you know that I always like to discuss conscious things like this. So I'm definitely going to get into it, but I'm going to talk about issues and I'm going to give solutions, okay? Because this is what we need. We need to discuss stuff, and we need not to be afraid to discuss it. So please, nobody, don't be out there getting offended, because in order for us to fix certain things, we got to be able to address them, okay? Face it to erase it. That's what I call it. Big shout out to Renee. How you doing, Renee? I see you pulling up. Again, like I said, this is going to be part one of that, breaking the slave mentality. But before we do that, I always like to start with my commercial. And listen, this is for content creators out there. If you're a content creator, entrepreneur, artist, all of that, listen up, because this is an opportunity for you to be a part of our network. And also, if you're someone that has any of that going on, or a business, and you want to advertise on our show, we also do that as well. So we're going to get into that commercial, and then we're going to get into that topic.
Are you a content creator? Do you make music videos, short films, documentaries, web series, kids shows, movies, stand-up comedy, visual podcast, educational shows, or sports? Are you a fitness instructor or gamer? Do you record church ceremonies or report news? If so, contact From the Ground Up Productions TV by email at fromthegroundupproductions@gmail.com. For more information on getting your content played on our network on Roku, where there are over 85 million viewers and growing. No more being limited or blocked on social media from the content you post and create. Get the freedom to be you without restrictions from controlled social media. And if you want to run your ads or sponsor our network, contact us now at fromthegroundupproductions@gmail.com to get started now.
You're now tuned in to From the Ground Up Productions. And you're listening to Talk Therapy with Lady Miz. Broadcasting around the world.
Tonight is a chill night for me, y'all. We're going to sit here and talk about this and relax. I'm falling back tonight, y'all. Check it. Listen, I just want to remind people, if you come across this, again, we are only live on YouTube. And most importantly, we are streaming live from our network on Roku. So if you have a Roku, please add us to your channel list. It's called From the DA Ground Up Productions TV. From the Ground Up Productions TV. If you have a Roku, you can watch us live right there, right now. And we are only live on YouTube. Besides that, we do not do Facebook Lives anymore. We only do promo on there. Okay. Now, I want to shout out a super dope, talented, independent artist that we interviewed a couple of weeks ago. He go by the name of Billy Black, and this brother is out there doing his thing. He's from North Carolina. Is it North Carolina? South Carolina? Yes, and this brother, South Carolina. Okay, he's out there doing his thing. This is his social media down there. He's new to the hip hop game. He actually dropped his first hip hop single ever. It's doing pretty good, and this is his first time even doing it. This brother's investing in himself, which is so important. A lot of people don't understand when you're an artist, no one's going to take you serious if you don't invest in yourself. You got to show people that you're serious about what you do. This brother is serious about what he's doing. We support him here at From the Ground Up Productions. If y'all have time, and you please make time, go over to his social media. He got a video out right now, which is on YouTube. Pretty dope video. Go check him out. All right. Also want to remind y'all, we got a compilation that's going to be dropping real soon. Just waiting for the brother from LA to finish mixing that up. We got a reality show that's going to be coming real soon, making it in the 845. We got Hood Court that's about to go down. Like I said, we got so many different things. And I can now start telling y'all that Boss Move Chips is definitely in the making. That should be out hopefully in stores within the next month, y'all. Absolutely. Shout out to me. Derek couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to me for that. I gotta tell y'all, I'm super excited about that happening, because I've been waiting. This is a long time coming. So yes, I will have my own potato chips in the store. Lady Miz chips will be in the store, and they're called Boss Move Chips. And I'm going to be looking for brand ambassadors, and also anybody who is interested in getting a name on the chips, you can contact me, and I will tell y'all all about how that can go down. All right. Let's get into it. Okay. Listen, like I told y'all, tonight is about breaking that slave mentality. Okay. Listen, I'm gonna keep it real. Look, I'm not even going to speak for anybody else. What I'm gonna say is, I have a song called "Woke Prisoner," and that song "Woke Prisoner" is matter of fact, we should play that at the end. Maybe see if you could pull that up at the end of the show. Let's play that video. The song "Woke Prisoner." When I did that song, I was talking about a lot of things, but the reason that I actually did that song was because I felt like, although I'm conscious now about a lot of stuff, and I consider myself to be conscious, I'm still a prisoner and a slave to certain things. See, the thing is, I'm aware of that. Okay. I'm aware of that. I'm aware of some of the slave mentality that have been embedded in me that I'm still fighting off to this very day. Okay. So a lot of times we like to act like we're so perfect and everything is okay, but it's not. A lot of these things have been embedded in us. I'm going to talk today. This is part one. All right. This is part one. Okay. I'm going to talk about some of these things, and we're going to talk about some of the solutions. Boom. Let's get it. All right. Listen. First thing I'm going to discuss when it comes to having the slave mentality is one, we must find value in ourselves, guys. It is so important. A lot of times we don't, because the slave mentality we've been taught and we still being treated to this day like we are less than. All right, let me fix. I don't like how my make. Okay, there we go. Mate, that's a little bit better, I think. I feel like we still being treated like we are less than. Rather it's murder on the street, no matter what's going on. And to be honest with you, I'm gonna keep it so real with y'all. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. For real, for real. We treat each other like that sometimes. You go into our neighborhoods and stuff like that, you're still gonna see the same thing. We have to learn how to find value within ourselves, within our community, within our people. Because the same way how other people view us, we picked up those behaviors and sometimes can act like that because we've been grown in this environment in America to think like that, to be like that. So we fall victim to a lot of these things. The first thing I'm going to discuss, big shout out to, I can't see everything because there's a lot of stuff going on the screen right now, but big shout out to Yellow Pound Cake. Yellow Pound Cake, I appreciate you for subscribing to my YouTube channel. Anybody who has not done that yet, please do so now and share this. How you can support us here is by sharing this live and our link with other people so it can reach more people. We're limited to who we can reach. We can only reach the people we know until we start paying for that promo, which we will soon. But in the meantime, we always ask you guys to please share. So, like I was saying, let me first discuss buying expensive clothes, designer clothes. It's nothing wrong with that. Okay? I still do it. Now, listen, I'm not here to judge, right? And it's okay to like nice stuff. And I'm going to get into that because all that bougie shit that people be talking about, we're going to address that today. Okay. But I cannot respect the person buying all that stuff and basically is living really fucked up. Okay. So, and at the end of the day, when we discuss these type of things, buying like all these expensive stuff, and I talked about this plenty of times before, this is not directed towards anyone. And I'm not thinking of anyone specifically. I'm talking about us as a whole, as a group of people. Y'all know how we are. Y'all know how we love name brand. Y'all know how we love, I'm going to name a few. We love Gucci. We love, I love all this stuff too. Chanel. We love Louis Vuitton. We love the Tom Ford. We love all of that stuff. You name it. Michael Kors, blah, blah, blah. Chanel, Fendi, blah. Listen, we like all of that. Okay, we love nice cars. We love all of these things. But like I always tell people, that when I see people brag, I was just actually having this conversation with a friend of mine. When I see people brag about having expensive clothes and how much they paid for them as if they're winning, that right there is the slave mentality that need to be broken. Because like I tell y'all, you're not winning nothing. The only winner is the person that sold you that shit. Okay? All right? That's who the winner is. It's definitely not the person who is buying it. Now, hold on, guys. Okay, now don't get me wrong. Like I tell people all the time, what's good, Don? I see you in the building. What's popping? I tell people all the time, there's nothing wrong with buying expensive clothes. There's nothing wrong with that. But make sure you got your priorities right, okay? Your priorities should be right because a lot of times they always look at us. See, and I'm going to talk about this when we talk about black people. Black people are not broke. Black people just do the wrong things with their money and put them in the wrong places. If black people was broke and had no money, most of these people out here, all these other different type of minorities and other people would not be setting up shop in our neighborhoods. Okay? They go where they know the money is at, where people's going to spend. That's why the Jews call us liquid money, because they say that we're like money in a cup. Goes in the cup, pours out the cup, right? This is what I'm talking about when I say breaking that slave mentality. We can buy nice stuff, but we should put our money where it's supposed to be, in the right places, in investments, you know? Saving money is good. Never going to tell nobody don't save. But listen, I've learned over time, it's not just about saving money because then your money's just sitting there. You're supposed to take the money that you have and let that money make you money. That's investments. There's many ways you can invest. There's many apps for you to invest. All I'm telling y'all is this. You're not a winner if you rocking Gucci, okay? Anybody that looks at you like that has a slave mentality. If you think like that, you got a slave mentality. We need to change that slave mentality, okay? Can I get an amen, all right? Can I get an amen? All right? Stop playing with me. We got to change that. Like I said, it ain't nothing wrong with rocking those joints, but at the end of the day, you should not be living a certain way and then flashing for everybody who don't really know you, who don't really like you, or none of that stuff. Why? To impress people you don't even know and like, or don't like, I should say, or people who don't even like you? It's not about that, y'all. We got to do better. We have to do better, okay? Listen. My black sisters out there. Let me take a sip real quick. What's good, Shaki? To my black women out there, my sisters, I'm going to tell y'all, I used to be. Now, hold up. Let me make this clear. I am not saying that all black people are like this. Because when I was going to name the show, I was going to say the nigga mentality. Okay? But I decided to change it and say the slave mentality. But I don't know. Are they both the same? Listen, don't be that nigga. You understand what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But check it out. Listen, let me back up a little bit real quick. What's good, Mike? I see you. I seen Renee has said something. Renee be dropping some jewels. I love Renee. I gotta get Renee on the show. I love Renee. Everybody be dropping jewels, but Renee be going in. Let me read her comment real quick before I go to my next thing. Renee said, my eyes. She said, unfortunately, we are our own worst enemy. We have to enlighten our youth. They are our newest hope because some of us are just becoming enlightened after the 60s movement. Told y'all I love me some Renee. Yes, I do. Renee, you ain't never lied. You ain't never lied. And you are absolutely right. These kids are our future and we need to invest in our kids. I'm going to tell you, even our generation, we get so caught up with surviving and doing our own thing and making it. And I got to remind myself sometimes, don't forget about these kids because they need us. And the reason that they running rapid and stuff like that now in the street is because we ain't doing our job. Okay? Point blank. Period. And no, my kids ain't doing that. But when I say we, your kid is my kid. You feel what I'm saying? And that's the mentality that we have to have and go back to. Your kid is my kid. A community. That's what we're missing. That's what we're missing. We got to get back to that, y'all. So anyway, let me go back to what I was talking about mothers and black women. The slave mentality. We have to stop glorifying being a single mother. These kids need their fathers. See, I'm not going to get too deep into that. And I always forget the lady's name. Sherrod. Oh, God. What's her name? Sherrod. This lady be going in. She still be wearing the Queen Latifah hat. I like really love her so much. I learned a lot from her. But sometimes she be saying some things and I be feeling disrespected because I be like, shit, I be doing that. So I got some shit I got to fix with me. You understand what I'm saying? We going to fix it together, y'all. So check this out. Y'all know I got to take my sips in between. We have to stop glorifying being a single mother. Us as black women, we're strong. We're strong, backbone black women. You know what I mean? And I get it. And this is no shout out. If you're a white person out there and you strong, kudos to you. I ain't knocking it. I'm just speaking for, like I said, the slave mentality, okay, that we need to get away from. And honestly, y'all can fall victim to that too. All right. Ain't nobody safe. Okay. Now, listen. When that glorifying that slave mentality, I don't like it because I'm so sorry. Can you don't do that? Because Because at the end of the day, when we do that, we are teaching our kids to have a broken household and that is acceptable and okay. Remember back in the days, right? Back in the days when we looked, we always seen a family structure. There was always family structure, and we got away from that. And when we got all these things that was offered to us, and I'm gonna get to y'all comments in a minute. These things, yes, King Charlie Prince got the name right, yes, and I don't know how to say her name, Shahara Ali. I might have messed it up, but I'm gonna get to y'all comments in a minute. They gave us, they broke up the families, separated us. When they separated us, let me just say this, and this is why sometimes y'all got to take it easy on Black women, because see, when they separated us, they killed everybody, killed the men, they killed the women, was feeding babies to alligators, the whole 9 yards, right? But they also made sure that they killed that Black man in front of the Black woman to let them see, so the Black woman could feel unprotected. What that does to a Black woman, that make you feel like you got to protect yourself. So you got to be strong. You got to do this. Like when you think about the mentality that Black women have today, you need to understand deeply where it came from. Okay? They did this, broke up our families, made us feel like we were unprotected from our Black men. And then they provided services, Section 8 and all these other things to say, we'll help you. We're going to give you this. We're going to give you that to make sure you good. You don't need him in the house. You take that service on. You're a hardworking mother, working hard, working hard. The kid don't have their father. You barely home because you got to make ends meet. So your child don't have a 2-parent household. Don't think I'm knocking anybody that's a single parent. I'm just telling you, we got to stop glorifying that and getting back to family structure. Okay? So now, like I was saying, all of this happened and we have the family separated. The mother's working. There's no other parent inside. And who's raising our kids? The streets. Because mommy's at work. She got to pay them bills. Okay? She can't be at home taking care of them kids. And who's teaching our kids? No disrespect, but I'm going to keep it real. Our oppressors. Okay? And they damn sure ain't teaching them the full Black history. So listen, like I tell y'all, I ain't sugarcoating it. Shout out to everybody, whether you white or Black checking in. But if you white, you know what time it is, and we don't hide the truth. If you with it, then you on our side 100% because you know the truth is the truth. This ain't no shot at nothing. This ain't no racism. This is facts. We know this, okay? So at the end of the day, when we sit here and we glorify stuff like that, we wonder why we live in a society of a broken family. And then now these women are growing up, they're raising these kids. And us as Black women, we started having that. I don't need no man. I don't need no man. What you talking about? Da, 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 da. I could do this on my own. Because I used to think just like that. I did. I was ignorant as hell. And I still got some fixing that I need to do. But that was my mentality, that I ain't need no man. I could do it by myself because my mother did that by herself. And we fine and we this and we that. Not saying that you can't do it. But I'm sorry. I'm going to tell you, for me, yes, I need a man. And I ain't saying it in the sense that I cannot do things on my own. I'm a hustler all day. I know how to get it. And I've always been a hard worker. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of things that I be like, I'm gonna let the man handle that. You mean to tell me you don't think that I'm gonna let the man handle that? You don't think that that's good? I tell people all day, I don't need to be in the club. I used to be in the club. People, it's banging out here, it's popping. I ain't missing nothing. Because you're searching for what I already got. Do people understand that? If I'm having something, I like to really have private parties with a group of people that are good quality people. I don't need to be in a bunch of clubs because I already know what goes on there. And if you catch me in the club, you better believe I'm there for business. I'm there for business. That's my mentality right now. Okay, let me go up to some of these comments and I'm gonna move on to the next thing. But black women, I'm just telling y'all, we need to stop glorifying what being a single parent is, because that's not cool. Let's start with go up some, go down. Okay, we can start with Renee. Renee always is giving good stuff. The white man feeds. Okay, so she said the white man feeds off of our dollars because some of us feel success is having their overpriced items. Absolutely. So she's actually going back to me speaking on the thing. Well, I mean, this stuff is coming up. I'm just doing it. You know what I mean? And these comments, understand, guys, this is on a delay. Okay. This is on a delay. So when I see these comments, they come in a little late, but I will get to them and we can reference back to what I was talking about. Okay. Renee also said we need to value obtaining life insurance, which I spoke about that a couple weeks ago. For our families, stocks, home ownership, uplifting our own community, education up for our children, and not feeling not to feel moving in their community is the upgrade. Educating, yes, absolutely. See, that's the thing too. Now, I'm kind of 50-50 with it. If it's a bad environment, I'm getting the hell out of there. However, because see, sometimes we got to understand something. The truth of the matter is you can't change the world. You can only change your world. See, people that want change will change. Sometimes we want to take on everything and think because we feel a certain way and it's supposed to be a certain way that everybody else got to be like that. But that ain't true. Some people ain't never going to change. It's sad, but it's true. It's sad, but it is true. Okay. And that is it. I don't know what else to say to that. Yeah. So I feel you on that. But for me, like I say, look at when these rappers they go back to the neighborhood and they get killed. They get killed. I mean, what do we do about that? Big shout out to Jonathan. I see you. He said, that's right. We are needed. Absolutely. You are needed 100%. 100%. Don Easley said, I don't own no Gucci. None of them. Wait, where we at? Okay, I'm sorry. I don't own no Gucci, none of them high priced items. I teach my children you are only making the rich. They only care about your dollar. Listen, I feel you. I feel you. I ain't gonna sit here and lie. I buy the stuff. I do. I ain't gonna lie, I like it. but my priorities is in order. I can afford to get it. And I'm not trying to be funny, I can. But I also support other brands as well too. It's not just that, but I love the stuff. If it's nice and I like it, I'm going to get it, but I will never put it over anything else. And I have investments and I own property and I got stuff and things like that in businesses, but and I still work a 9 to 5. Okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You better believe it. You absolutely better believe it. Now my next thing I wanted to discuss as far as, and I really hope that y'all people are taking this in. And if you come across this live, I hope that it's helpful to some people because some people don't be knowing that they have that slave mentality. To keep it real with you, some people do not know. All right. Here's what we got to stop doing. Nobody shits on us more than us. I don't even know how else to word it. Y'all know. Listen, a buck all day. We got to stop being dream killers. See, a lot of times, don't you ever see like people say, oh, you got to go somewhere else. You got to do this. You got to do that. We are always the first people to try to tell somebody what they can do, how they not successful, always looking for the negative, what might not work, instead of saying, oh, this is positive. Let me give you an example. When I pull up and I see white people, right, supporting each other, and I see Black people get upset with white people, let's say, because they feel like, oh, look at them supporting that person and they're not even good. I'm going to use, oh God, what was the girl Kanye West? No, the one that won, Taylor Swift. I'm going to use Taylor Swift. This is just an example, guys. When Taylor Swift won and Kanye West said that, I get it. Don't get me wrong. It's not that Beyonce. No, I'm a Beyonce fan, and I don't care what nobody say to heart. I love B. Now, here's the thing. we tend to get upset with people in white people if we think that they're supporting another white person who we might not think is successful. But I'm gonna tell you, I respect it. You can't be mad. At least they know how to support each other no matter what. See, you gotta pay attention to when people talk, and I pay attention to how they act and how they move. And when I tell y'all I'm focusing on us, I got to do that. Now, and this is not like I'm here to beat up on my own people. In order for us to get better, we have to acknowledge how to do better. And the thing is, we be so quick to tell people how they're not good, and that they show up like, hey, Billy, and I'm not trying to be funny, right? You're doing a great job. I see what you're doing. You're working hard, all of this stuff, and wow. And then they talk about, they might even say, he used to suck back in the days, but he's pretty good, and I used to go see him. See, they still know how to support. You guys only know how to support, and I'm not talking about y'all, I'm just saying in general, when the shit take off, once it's popping already. You understand what I'm saying? Why you can't support it from the ground up, baby? Why you can't support the shit from the ground up? I'm saying though. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be willing to go with the flow and understand and see how a person grows. Like, you can't be mad. See, we got to stop getting mad, guys. I'm not mad at the Arabs. I'm not mad at white people. I'm not mad at Jews. I'm not mad at Asians. I'm not mad at the LGBTQ community. I am not. I'm mad at us. What you want me to do? Lie? Let me tell you why. Everybody that I name know how to stick together and do what they got to do to make progress, to build, to be supportive to one another. They keep things within their group. They know how to support. Why are you mad at them because they do that? See, you got to stop being like that, because what you're looking for, it sounds like jealousy. Just do it. Like Nike say. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Okay? I am not saying that our people don't know how to do that. Yes, we do. What's good, Calvin? I see you pulling up. How are you tonight? And what's good, Shaquille? My cousin Shaquille in the building. Listen, guys. We got to do better, and we have to stop getting mad at other groups of people who are doing better. I don't care if they Mexican. I don't care what they're doing. You mad at the Jews for building? Then why don't you get with your people and build? Maybe you don't do it because you can't trust them. Black people, we quick to not trust each other. That's the first. Y'all think that the white people is so much against us, and you don't even realize that the same behaviors that you don't like from them, you have within yourself against your own people. Do you understand what I'm saying? Are you mad at what I'm saying? Do you not like it? Who's coming for me? Who gonna try to cancel me? Whatever the case may be. It is what it is. I'm gonna tell the truth. We ain't hiding it, because in order to do better, we gotta address it. We have to fix us. Forget about talking about everybody else and what they doing and what they got going on. Let's talk about us. Let's talk about us. Big shout out to Mark in the building, Jersey and things. I see you. Okay. Big shout out to DJ Cisco in the check-in. I see you. Okay. I'm talking about us. Ain't gonna be. I personally. Let me read. Calvin Smith said, "I just came from Atlanta, Georgia, and I went to the Black Wall Street. It was beautiful. Everybody was sticking together. Absolutely. Listen." It's so beautiful that they're able to do that down there. Atlanta, Georgia is so dope. Guys, the Black Wall Street is being used by the Jews right now. When you see them building, having their own communities, having all this, that's the blueprint of the Black Wall Street. Why y'all mad? I ain't mad. They doing what they supposed to do. Let's do what we're supposed to do instead of being upset. Stop being, I'm no longer being upset with people who didn't do nothing to me just because they're building for themselves and their own. I'm not doing that. I'm sorry. That stops. I stopped that. That's why I learned to take in the law of attraction a lot more and change my thinking. Because at first I did focus on that a lot. Don't get me wrong. That don't mean that I ain't going to speak up for things that I think is wrong or things that I think is racist. I will. But what I'm not going to do is focus all my attention on that. Because when you focus on that, you get more of that. When you look at things like that, that's all you see. Every time you click on them videos on social media, that's all they're going to put in front of you to make you more angry and more angry so that you could keep responding the way you do, so they could keep us separated, keep us fighting over nonsense that they created. It has to stop. Okay? It has to stop. Ain't no more blaming other people for our failures. Yes, let's know. We all, the truth, the cat is out the bag. Right? Slavery existed. Black people built this country. Black people invented most of the stuff that was stolen from them. We're a strong group of people that don't stop. But everything that is embedded in America is also embedded in us. How are we going to fix that? Sometimes people, why you talk about this? Oh, it ain't just that. Do you hate the truth? Is it better to keep focusing on everybody else rather than address us? Listen, let me move on. Y'all hear me? I hope y'all hear me. All right? I'm going to talk about some things that need to change. People, respect. You ever see Jews, not Jews, I'm sorry, let me back it up. Mexicans or Asians and all of them grouped up. We even comedians, we like to make fun of that. Oh, look at them, all of them in the car. It's about 30 people, 30 Mexicans living in that one bedroom apartment. How many Africans, because check it out, Africans, right? Real Africans, right? How many Africans is living over there in that house? You know what they're building? They're building wealth, generational wealth. You're making fun of them, but they are smart. They're taking all their money and resources, they're stacking, they're building, they're saving, they're paying one little price, and they're making all this money, and they're taking that money, and they're investing it, and they're building it, and they're putting shops and stores and all of that in all these other neighborhoods. And then we want to get mad instead of just creating our own stuff. Why? Why? We got to change that. I'm tired of complaining about the same shit with no freaking solution. Point blank, period. We know all the stuff that was done to us. What we going to do about it? Because complaining about it ain't changing nothing. Stop having that crab in the butt. I see y'all comments. I'm gonna get to them in a minute. And what time is it? We'll open the phone lines up. We can open them phone lines up if you want to. Jealous ways. If y'all want to call in, we're gonna talk about it. Okay. Jealousy, mad that you see somebody else doing something. That crab in the barrel mentality. Another slave mentality that needs to stop. You got to be able to support and cheer on other people when they making it. Stop acting like just because somebody else is doing something, you can't do it, or they shouldn't be doing what you're doing, and you don't want to see people succeed because that makes you feel some kind of way. See, I think that was put in our heads too. Silent jealousy, absolutely. Calvin Smith said, my parents always told me people, places, and things. Thanks for putting it up there. People, places, and things is what shape your character. Absolutely. And your DNA. Your environment shapes who you are and your character. That's why you become a product of your environment. Now, let's remember, America shaped our character too. So Just if you're going to call somebody a racist, you might be a black person that's racist against your own kind because you picked up things that was taught about hating us, that you speak on it and don't even know it. Don't even realize that you Uncle Ruckus. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Y'all know who Uncle Ruckus is, right? But listen, I'm just trying to tell you, I just lighten up the mood real quick. That's a whole fact right there. All right? Whole fact. We got to be able to celebrate each other. Even in, let me tell y'all something. You know, I have people that look at my podcast and they judge some people. Oh, you don't have that many views. Like, look. First of all, let me say this. This podcast is fairly new. This show is new. What is going on in people's mind that they think that it's an overnight success? Just be supportive. I already know what's going on. And regardless if I'm here, if it's 20, 30 people or 2 people, I'm giving you the same energy. I'm showing up. I was late today. I'm gonna talk about BP time, right? But today I was late. I said, boy, this gonna be funny when I address that. I'm gonna be talking about me. What you talking about? I'm a damn sure be talking about me, but I'm gonna get into that. But I'm just saying, guys, whatever I said, that's what I said. I'm moving on, damn it. Y'all feel me though? You feel me though, right? All right, listen. Let me talk about this real quick. Big shout out to Lady Z. I think I shouted you out, but I'm saying that again. I wasn't sure. Check it. We got to stop glorifying ignorance. This a big one. Big one. Ooh, this a big one. I know people that straight up be happy. Yo, yeah, they big. You ever, and y'all know y'all heard people like that, but we got to stop doing that. We got to stop acting like, yo, this person got shot. They got mad murders over here. I ain't even going to tell you. I got family members that brag about that still, about how many people is getting killed in their neighborhood because that is considered that you're from a tough neighborhood. Listen, we know this. We tough. We've been in slavery and all types of stuff. You don't think we know? Okay, we might not have been, but the slavery changed, y'all. It's from the shackles to your mind, right? The slavery just is in a different form, but you got to stop glorifying ignorance. And to tell you the truth, nobody does that better than rappers. Am I lying or am I telling the truth? What? You tell me. Is it a lie or is it the truth? Now, am I saying all rappers? Absolutely not. But majority, yes. Majority, yes. Nobody glorifies ignorance and murder more than most of the rappers. So check it out. Shit ain't cool. We can't look at society and say, why do they view us like that? Why do they think that we're animals and they treat us like animals? When that's what we portray, that's what we talk about in our music, that's what happens in the hood, that's what happens when we're killing each other. All these things are going on. We're glorifying ignorance and murder and all this stuff. We support it because we buy it, okay? And then we turn around and say, where the hell did they get an idea like that from? They got it from us. They got it from us. We got to do better. We are better than that. We're better than that. Some therapy for your ass, baby. Word up. We are better than that. Like I told y'all know I give it to you straight. Okay? No chaser. All day, every day. Okay? But listen, we're going to do better. We're going to do better. Being proud like of ignorance, being proud of murder, being proud of jail. Like, remember Chris Rock, he said somebody could go and say, hey, I got my PhD. They said, what you my what did he say? What you my lawyer now? Some shit like that. And then he said, a guy get out of jail, he the effing man. You know what I'm saying? So listen, at the end of the day, listen, I've been in jail before. Okay, I don't glorify it. I might talk about it, but I don't glorify it. I don't glorify it. It was my past. Okay, I've been in and out of the system. Group homes, jails, kids lockup jails, all of that. Okay. When I speak about those things, I speak about it in a way to show people, look at me now. Look at me now. Hey, look at me now. What? I'm getting paid for nothing. Not really, a little bit. A little bit, not really. Don't come for me. But yo, for real, I'm just saying, at the end of the day, I've been through those things, but it didn't stop me. I'm here to show people, yo, you could go through all of that. I was totally ignorant. I was in the street. I used to go to stores and boost and steal and sell stuff. I sold drugs. I was in and out of the system. I used to get into fights on a regular basis. I had a lot of issues growing up, and I felt worthless. And I'm a black girl, young girl in the system from a broken household, family. You understand? I got family members in my family who all felt victim to alcoholism and drugs, and everybody around me. This was happening around me, and I was going down the same path, and I was able to change my life. It's possible. If it was possible for me, it's possible for you. Because at one point, I didn't think it was possible for me. I didn't. I was just talking. Big shout out to Tyler Mix. I was talking to him the other day. I said, yo, when I went to jail, I was an F3. The F stands for female, and the number 3 stands for the room, like the female wing, F3. And I was young and proud. I was one of them. I'm telling you, you talk about ignorance. That was me all day. I was so proud, right? To say, yo, I'm gonna let people know I was here. You understand? I got something to prove. Somebody told me, yo, what, I don't even know what my name was. I was about to say Ms., but I mean, I was Misery back then. They might have called me Teresa, whatever. But they said, yo, it was an older person. They said, don't write your name in that desk because that means you're going to come back here. I looked at them like, old head telling me that. Please, the next person that come in here going, no, I was here. Sure enough, got out, whatever, got into a fight, got into some stuff, got arrested again, put me right back in jail, right in the same damn room. I crossed my freaking name out of that desk. I said, hell no, I don't want to come back here. Let me tell you something about being in jail. Okay, and I never did prison, but I was in jail. But let me tell you an embarrassing thing. The first thing that's embarrassing and degrading when you walk through them freaking doors and they tell your ass to strip butt naked. And they standing there watching you. And then I had to squat and cough to make sure I didn't stuff nothing up my ass or up the front. Okay? Do you know how degrading that is? How could I be proud to go there? Nigga mentality, slave mentality, because that's what you are when you're behind those bars. You're a slave. You're working for cents when you could work for dollars out here. Okay? Jail is a part of the stock that people invest in. And they invest in that because they know that they're going to put people in there and they're going to get free labor and things off of that. It's another form of slavery. We should not be glorifying shit like that. We should not take pride in that. We have to do better and think better for ourselves. We can't worry about what everybody else think of us. We have to think better for us. Now, I'm going to talk to y'all about, I might go over time because I'm telling you, I got a few things. I'm going to talk to y'all about us as black people. Maybe I shouldn't say black people because all black people ain't like this. There's a difference between black people and niggas. Know the difference. Okay? I should be referencing niggas. I don't know. You understand what I'm saying? For real, for real. The ignorant shit that our people could do, fight over what hood you from. Who made that shit up? Who made that up? There's no way I should have to go into any community and feel like because I'm not from there that I have to be scared. Oh, you can't come on my block. It ain't your block because you don't own the deed. Shut up and sit down. I'm sorry. I'm just saying, right? Sorry. I know it's talk therapy. I know maybe people expected me to be all, yes, so let me tell you about this and just take a breath. Nah, baby, I'm giving it to you raw. Like I told you, straight with no chaser. You're going to get this therapy, but we're going to get you right. Hard body. We ain't doing the soft stuff, okay? You want the therapy? Come get the therapy. I'm going to give it to you. Like I said, okay? Like I said, when it comes to us, we should never be afraid. I mean, not afraid. Yeah, afraid of going into certain areas. We should never be afraid of that. We should be embracing one another. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, because white people don't have that problem. They say, hey, Billy, how are you? Sure, come right in. They embrace one another, the whole 9 yards. You got a call? Okay, I'm about to take that caller. Caller, give me 1 second. But we should be embracing each other. We got to stop fighting over that. We got to stop fighting over colors. Oh, you wearing red. You wearing yellow. You wearing blue. Really? The cops wear blue all day. Remember, Ray? He said it. He was like, we say you can't wear blue, but the cops wear blue every day, go into your neighborhood, kill you, but you don't say nothing. You put your hands up. But you'll fight your brother that look like you. Stop playing with me. Caller, I'm coming. What's good, caller? State your name and where you calling from. Hold on. I don't know what Ray's saying. It is on. Oh, okay. Hold on. Do you hear him now? Tyler, say something.
Yeah, what's good?
Okay, there we go. Say what you said. I'm sorry, I did not hear what you said. I messed your whole intro up.
Listen. You know I'm out here. I'm outside. I'm watching. I heard the little, the prison topic come around, so I had to pull up. And
okay.
I just wanted to hit a point. Listen, in these prisons, it's all it is mostly black on black crime. I got a loved one that's in Attica as we speak right now. That's all we doing is cutting and killing each other in these prisons.
Damn, in the prisons too.
You got the young ones that's coming up 17, 18, 19 years old, and they landing behind the wall in like Attica, Elmira, Auburn. And a lot of the youth these days are affiliated. Crip, blood.
Really?
And they all mixed up in this prison all at one. And the red is really outnumbers everything else that goes on in prison. So if you red, that's the wave. If you blue, it's not really. You could live nowadays, but it still goes on. It's mostly us more than any race. Wow. You understand what I'm saying? That's really killing each other. And then not only that, then you got correction officers. They got you in there slaving for 26 cents an hour. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
They put you to work, labor and sweatshops. You there 8 hours a day. You might make $30, $20-something, and you working 8-hour shifts every day.
Damn.
They get it out of you.
Right.
And they suppress us like that. And it hurts our families, the communities, everything, all the way around the board. So, I mean, I just want to say that. I don't want to keep you too long, but I'm just shed light on that.
No, I appreciate you definitely calling in. And I'm glad that you're touching on that because we got to do an interview strictly on that because I want you to come on here and also tell your story. But I want to ask you a question.
Okay.
How did you survive in prison with all of that going on?
I'm a lot. I ain't gonna lie to you. First and foremost, I'm not gang affiliated. I always been, standing on my own boss time. So when I pulled up in prison, and I did, 10 years around the state. I worked out,
Hmm.
you know, I surrounded myself with people that, talented people that was actually in the same lane that I was.
Mm.
Um, when I was teaching I taught myself how to write books. I taught myself how to write screenplays. I also rap too. So, I was doing the rapping thing and writing commercials and, stand-up comedy. I mean, I try to touch every talent in my being when I was in prison to better myself for when I got out.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? And even when I got out and I knew all of that and I thought I had it all, I really didn't. I had to
Mm.
fall a few more times. Yeah, I had to fall a few more times before I actually got the ball rolling to change my life to where I'm at today.
Okay. All
You
right.
know, and I
Okay.
and my hats off to you. But that's it though. I ain't gonna hold you, man. I know
Nah,
you
no
got the
doubt.
audience. But
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
everybody, man. Shout
No
out to
doubt.
Rockland, man. Spring Valley, Middletown, Newburgh,
All right. You
BX.
already know. You doing to
Nah,
make
I'm here,
it the
man.
845. I hear you. You
You
did the
know
whole
that. You know
I heard
that.
you. I heard you. All right.
Yeah.
But nah, thanks for
Mm-hmm.
calling in Tyler Mix, and we definitely gonna chop
Yeah.
it up, okay?
Yeah.
All
Yeah. I
right.
hope I, shed a little light on that, man. I hope I, for the people.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You know that.
No
All
doubt.
right,
All
love.
right. That's
Out of
definitely peace.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, y'all. So y'all heard what he said. He was in those behind those bars, and he could definitely tell y'all about it. He actually has a amazing story, and I'm gonna be interviewing him on the show as well. That he's also gonna be a part of the hood court. So make sure y'all look out for that. Like I said, we fighting. Renee, she hit it right on the point. Fighting over hoods and stuff like that. Not cool at all. Fighting people over where they live is totally ignorant. Fighting over colors is ignorant. I can't understand how anybody could even do that and think that that is okay. It is not okay. All right, it is not okay, and we got to do better. Okay. um Let me see. Another thing that we have to do better on is that people, we are so quick to show somebody that look like us that we so tough and we ready to fight and we ain't gonna take no shit. You understand what I'm saying? That's a whole issue. See, this is when I'm talking about breaking that slave mentality. You have to break that slave mentality. What's good, Demo Wet in the building? What's good, Trina? I see you. We have to break that slave mentality and thinking that, because let me tell you something. There is no way, Black women, we have to know how to embrace each other, to give each other compliments. Why do we see each other as enemies? It should never be like that. I'm telling you, I can pinpoint, as soon as I see somebody, I will pinpoint if they the type of person right when I see them. And then sometimes I say, well, let me not judge a book by its cover, right? And I check myself too. We all look at each other. We might look at each other. We all examine a person. So you might look at them. You might even look them up and down. But it don't have to be in a negative way. Sometimes you might see somebody. Oh, hey. If you notice you catch yourself doing that and they catch an attack, make sure you tell them, hey, you look nice today or something. So they don't think you eyeing them like, oh, who does this think she is? You understand? I'm gonna tell you, I went to a get together. I'm not gonna say those people's names. I went to somebody's house. It was like a birthday party, and everything was cool. But this one lady walked in. I have no idea who this lady was and why she did it. She walked in, she looked me up and down, and she went over to the two gentlemen and she was like, "How y'all doing today?" Yeah, yeah. And she was talking really nice, and she deliberately wanted me to see her talking nice to them, and then turned over into me and said, "And what's your name?" I couldn't believe it. First of all, I was like, do I know her from somewhere? But you don't. See, ignorant people is going to be like that. And sometimes you can't even take offense to it, because she was an older woman, but she was ignorant. And I had to look at her like, I felt sorry for her. Because if you walking around with that attitude, then you are the reason of what's wrong with this community. You can't teach our little black girls nothing because you're going to teach them hate. You're going to teach them to hate themselves, and you're going to teach them to hate people who look like them. You just seen me. You don't even know me, and you already looking at me like you don't like me. And you went and addressed the guys and made sure that when you address me, you address me in a rude and nasty way. We got to do better than that. There's no reason why you can't tell the next sister, hey, you look pretty today. Hey, you look gorgeous. Girl, I like your hair. You rocking that outfit, this and that. Compliments is okay. It doesn't make you less than. Okay? The reason that you got an issue with another sister that look like you is because you got insecurity issues. I'm sorry. Slave mentality too. Now, insecurity can come in any form. Don't get me wrong. That ain't just for the ignorant ones. Okay? That's for anybody. But I'm just saying, this is one of those things. Guys, anybody that's pulling up late, y'all definitely want to check out the beginning of the show. Went and covered a lot of stuff. Y'all missed out. But this more to come, but y'all missed. But anyway, definitely, we got to stop that. We got to stop that. It should not be like that at all. Absolutely not. How do we do better? Just start working on it, even if it's uncomfortable. If it's uncomfortable for you to say, hey, I'm going to give up somebody a compliment, start light. You could just smile. Start with a smile, because people, I was about to say, because I'm trying to really limit the cursing, right? Mother effers always want to grill you. What are you grilling me for? You can't say hello? You know what I'm saying? Like, jeez. Like, yo, ain't nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with saying, hey, how you doing today? Like, sometimes I'll deliberately go to, if I see another black woman and I see she look at me funny, I'll be like, hey, how you doing? Because why do you view me as the enemy? We're in the same boat with the same issues, sis. Stop playing. You understand what I'm saying? So it doesn't even have to be that way. But I know why you see me as the enemy. You've been trained to think like that. You've been trained to think like that. And that's called the slave mentality. All right? Field nigga, house nigga, whatever you want to call it. Separation, light skin, dark skin, short, fat, old, young. Whatever it is that's going to separate us. Okay? We got to do better. We got to do better. Glorifying the hood and all of that, there's nothing wrong with that in the sense of being proud of where you're from. But don't be proud of it looking a mess and then telling other people to come clean it up. It's not their responsibility to take care of our hoods. That's ours. Ray disagree. He's shaking his head. I don't understand. You always say that. And what he says is, and correct me if I'm wrong, he says, listen, if you don't own it, you're not going to take care of it, because if you take care of it and make it look nice, then they're going to raise the value and you're not going to be able to afford to live there. It's almost like, what do they call it? Gentrification, right? So he feels, are you saying the hell with the neighborhood? So what are you saying? Okay, the responsibility is on the owner, but it's just like saying, see, and this is where what I don't like. Absolutely. But if you live there, keep it clean. And in the house, so you say in the house, if you got people living in your house, your kids, I don't care who it is, and they're not the owners, but they just live there. So they're supposed to say, I didn't drop that on the floor, so I'm going to walk over it and I'm not going to pick it up. Then you're going to have a messy ass, dirty ass house. That mentality is exactly the mentality that keeps your neighborhoods looking bad. If it's dirt, if it's garbage on the floor. If you don't like it, fix it. Clean the shit up. I'm just saying, okay? So no, it is what it is. If you have the mentality of, I didn't put it there, it's not mine, and I don't own this, then this is what it's going to look like. And they're going to view it like it's not a good neighborhood. They're going to treat it like that. I'm going to tell you, I watched neighborhoods go to shit that was great because the generation before the generation that has it now did not teach the principles. They did not teach things that should have been taught to maintain and keep things. We have to, and I'm going to do a show on that. I got to do a show on teaching certain stuff because I offer these classes, but I'm gonna actually give this service away for free on my show where I teach about budgeting, money. I'm gonna teach all about investments and things. I can only teach you to what I know. Okay, I'm not saying I'm an expert, but I'm definitely gonna teach about a lot of stuff and some tricks that I've learned. I've always had A+ credit to this day. I could go out and get anything I want, but I don't do it because I know that eventually I got to pay for all that. And when I got mortgages and other things, I can't be doing that shit. So I have to manage my money and I also have to prioritize, right? It's important. But at the end of the day, be proud of where you are and take care of that. That's how you take pride in yourself and your neighborhood and your people. This is how we do that. Okay? Don't be a culture vulture. A lot of people it's sad because we think that we could trust people that look like us, and sometimes they be the very people that want to do you dirty. And we got to do better than that. Sometimes we'll trust people just because we think, oh, they're black. Listen, it doesn't matter what color you are. I'm sorry. A person gonna get you sometimes even more than who you think gonna do it. But embrace, support, learn how to love one another. Okay? Learn how to Did you put the woke prisoner? Because now I'm thinking stop the hatred. Which one you think? Stop the hatred? Because that's a lyric video. Okay. I'm trying to think. The lyric video, because I don't have an actual video for Stop the Hatred. I have a lyric video. I have Woke Prisoner and I have Stop the Hatred. I'm trying to decide which one to end the show with. If you can't afford it, then don't get it. Don't get it. Okay? If you can't afford something, don't get it until you can afford it. That's another thing. We go out and we spend our money on stuff that we can't afford, and then we're wondering why we can't get to other levels. Another slave mentality because we are using things to validate our value instead of valuing us. We have to value us and stop using material things. What was that thing? How to Sell to the Negro? Is that what it's called? How to Sell to the Negro? If you watch that, it's still to this day. I fall victim to it, y'all. I do. I ain't gonna lie. I do. I be working on it. I be trying. But like I said, sometimes I like those things and I still buy them. But I do prioritize. But I'm not gonna put that before I know some people that will buy that and they won't eat, or they their situation could be messed up and they're spending their money on the wrong stuff. They got instead of, oh, I should be paying my rent, they probably won't pay their rent and then they're buying Jordans or something. Like, that's not how it's supposed to go. That's not how it's supposed to go. Let me take a sip of my water. As I told y'all before, learn how to pick the right people to be around. Partying with mad people is not making it. Okay? That's not making it. And as I said earlier, buying material items is not making it. The only winner is the producer, the one who sold you. You are a consumer. You did not make it. It is not a success when you are buying all of that stuff. I buy it, but I never brag about it as if, oh, look at what I got. I'm rocking this, I'm rocking that. I pay for this, I pay for that. You should be bragging about how much money you save so you could take that extra money and invest it. That's what you should be doing. We have to learn how to start evolving and growing up. Because having a teenage mind is going to keep you in teenage shit. Do better. Okay? Do better. Take pride in everything that you're doing. Don't be out here bragging about whose city got the most murders. Like that makes you big and bad. And that's supposed to be something that we should be proud of. That's embarrassing. That's a slave mentality. You're bragging just like the KKK would brag. Look at all them KKK. Look at all those niggers we killed and hung. Black people. Yeah, it's mad niggas. I shot this one. I shot that one. What's the difference? Go work for the KKK. I can't tell who the difference is. I don't know. Do you? I don't know. If we acting like that, how do you know? Black people, because I'm going through this real quick. Stop showing up late. Look, I showed up late today, talking to myself right now. Stop being proud, because this is another deep thing here. Believe it or not, it sounds minor, but it's deep. Stop being proud to say you're on BP time and CP time, black people time, color people time. Ain't nothing cool about that. There's nothing cool about acting like you don't know how to tell time. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing cool about showing up late. I don't want to be the first one at the party. Who the hell you think you are? Let me tell you something. I'm the first one at the party. You know why? Because I'm leaving early. Before these niggas start acting up. Yo, I try not to say it, but you know, I got the good one on this side, and then I got the bad one on this side, and I be like, yo, chill, stop saying that shit. And you know what I'm saying? And the good one be like, don't say it. And I be fighting. Whoever wins. So you'll know who's speaking, depending on which way I go with it. But I'm just saying, stop being proud of showing up late. And saying like, yo, this is, I'm coming late because I want to be the first one there. At the end of the day, let me tell you something. If it's food there, I sound greedy real quick, but I'm going to tell you, I'm showing up first because everybody going to be picking over the food, talking over the food, breathing over the food. Let me know when that shit soon to come out the oven. Let me get my plate and y'all go ahead and pick over everybody, then talk and spit over it. Because when people talk, they spit. Okay, so if you want to show up late, BP and CP, you go on ahead. But it's not good ethics, like my husband said. I say ethnics, right? He said, stop saying that. You sound stupid. He said, because you saying black people. But y'all know, listen, y'all know also, and not to say that this is Philly, but I'm from Philly, right? So some of my words are not, I might have a New York talking accent, but I still might bring certain words that's from Philly out. So I got a mixture of a Philly accent and a New York accent. And depending on which word I use, then you know what I'm saying? You might be looking like, what you say? I remember I used to say my leg. And somebody said, what is my leg? It's leg. And I couldn't say leg for a minute because I didn't talk like that. I didn't really, I came from Philly. I ain't really, I ain't talk like New Yorkers. You know what I'm saying? But I do now. What's up, son? Let me stop. Let me get back on the topic. Because we're about to close out soon. So, people, this is not a slave mentality thing, but since I'm on showing up to different events and stuff like that, never come empty-handed, okay? Never come empty-handed and be demanding stuff and complaining about what's there and what's not there. Make sure if you RSVP, you show up. I talked about this before. Don't be just doing stuff or showing up late. All of these things, we have to have better etiquettes, okay? And another thing is, guys, what the hell is bougie? What the hell is being bougie? Let me tell y'all something about people who use that term. Because I have people call me that. And they don't know I'm hood like a motherfucker. They don't know. I know how to switch it up. You might see me. I might be like, hi, how are you? And I might call somebody else and be like, hey, how are you? How you doing today? It all depends. You better know how to switch it up. And it ain't got nothing to do. I bet you if I sound like that, what you going to say I sound like? I know what you're going to call me. But if you in church, you're going to talk different. When you're talking to your mother, you're going to talk different. When you're talking to your friends, you're going to talk different. When you're in a club, you're going to talk different. Everybody knows how to switch it up. You got to learn how to switch that up. Bougie, that statement is for people who are jealous of those who they think is better than them. There's nothing wrong. Ain't no damn such thing as bougie. When you get to a certain point in your life and you learn stuff, you might like things that are better, okay? You might like things that were better. I used to eat government cheese. You know what I'm saying? I used to eat government cheese back in the day in Philly. I remember. Do y'all ever had government cheese? Okay, the black, not the black. I'm sorry, the brown little cardboard box it came in. I don't know if y'all had it in New York, wherever y'all at, right? It came in a cardboard box. The shit was hard as hell, and it was oily, right? So for us eating that every day, you grow up on stuff like that, and you think, "Whoa, this is good." And then you get some Gouda. So now if I eat Gouda, you call me bougie because I like Gouda and I don't like the government cheese? Nah, that's not how it go. We got to stop doing that. You can't try to make people feel bad because they elevated. See, that is a person who's insecure about who they are, okay? And also want to make people feel bad about what they have and how they present themselves. No, as long as you're not looking down on somebody else like you're better, do you. Do you. The hell with that. Don't let people make you feel bad because you elevated. I seen a meme, and let me see if I got that right. Don't make people feel bad because you're... Nah, fuck it. Let me skip it. I forgot it. I don't even want to mess that up. I gotta laugh. I went all the way in and then I stopped. I said, nope, I'm gonna post it on Facebook. But yeah, anyway, another thing I want to talk about, guys. One of the things that we have to stop doing. I'm not saying that this is just black people doing this. But guys, this right here is bad. I don't care what nobody say. And I don't care if the companies get mad. Don't be out there buying stuff from Rent-A-Center, from Aaron's. Don't be cashing your check at the check cashing place. Don't be out there getting payday loans and shit. Cash App is not a bank account. Stop putting your car insurance in other people's name and fix your damn credit. I am totally sick of it. Look, so does that make somebody bougie because they don't do that? No. Those type of companies prey on the hood. Rent-A-Center Aaron's, why are you renting furniture? Paying them high interest rates when you can save up your money and buy it flat out and save about $800, $900, $1,000. Why are you at the check cashing place and don't have a bank account? Get your ID right. Do stuff the right way so that you can have things in order. Taking payday loans, paying 500% just to get $200? Are you serious? Talk about, I don't got a bank account, I got Cash App. Really? I don't use Cash App then. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I use Cash App for people, but I'm telling you, sometimes I used to say that because I hated that. I used to be like, what you mean you don't have a bank account? Are you for real? If you're not in the situation where you are trying to get on your feet, understand this. This is not a shot at anybody trying to get on their feet. We all been there. I've been there. These things are not good to do, and they're definitely not good for you to think that this is the way how you're supposed to go about handling your freaking business. Word. Okay? It's not. Like I said, you stop putting insurance in other people's name. Oh shit, I am 20 minutes. I didn't realize that. I'm sorry. Let me speed it up. Stop putting insurance in other people's name. Fix your credit. I told you I was going to go over time because listen, that's why I said I need a part 2 for this because it's so much other things I got to talk about. And I actually want to start having some guests on this show as well. Stop putting insurance in other people's name. Let me tell y'all something about insurance, car insurance. Okay. When you don't have car insurance in your name and it's in someone else's name, they're getting all the credit. And when they're getting, and what I mean by that is they're getting the oh boy, what's the word I'm trying to use? The time frame of having it. What's the word? I don't know. I can't think of it right now. I'm sorry. For however long the time that you have it, it's going on their record and it's showing up for them. So what's happening is when you guys put insurance in somebody else's name, You're not actually building your own insurance credit up. I'll use that as a term. And when you finally go try to get your own insurance, you're going to wonder why your insurance rates are so high. First of all, they look at how long have you had your license for? Have you had any accidents? Okay. They look at other situations in the household, how far you drive and blah, blah, blah. But they also look at how long you had your own insurance. If you're putting stuff in other people's names, that means you don't have your shit together and you need to get your shit together. Fix your damn credit. Stop normalizing being broke. Stop normalizing it. It's not okay. It is not okay, guys. All right? It's really not. Listen, I want to remind y'all that we do have a milestone giveaway that we're going to be giving away. Look, I'm going to keep it real with y'all. I'm going to switch that up a little bit. If we hit a certain amount of subscribers by a certain time frame, we will be giving away $350. So what does that mean? That means that, guys, if you're on here right now, tell 10 to 20 people to subscribe to our YouTube, share our link, and put your name in it. All right? When they put your name in it and they put your name in it, we know that you do it. We take your name, we put it down, and then when it's time to pick the winner, we do it. If we reach a certain amount, and I'm going to give that date at a later date. I'm not giving it now because we're going to discuss that because I can't have it forever, right? If we reach a certain amount of by a certain time, we will be giving away $350. Do you got your bank account? Do you want it through Cash App? How you want the money? This is a setup, y'all. This is a straight setup question. I'm trying to tell you. But yeah, we realized that, and why are we doing it? It's called the milestone giveaway, and we're doing this so that we could reach 1,000 subscribers. So again, if you know people, however many people you know, you tell them to subscribe and to go to one of our shows and type in your name because you sent them, and we'll put your name in the thing. And if we reach it by a certain period of time, we will give $350. Tell mama I did not forget about the shirt, honey. I did not forget about the shirt. Please understand you're getting it. I did send out the other gift to DJ Cisco. He got his. It's just that I didn't have your size at the time, but I will be sending that shirt out shortly. I did not forget about you. Guys, I'm going to play a video. I'm going to play Stop the Hatred. It is a lyric video that I had, and I want to share that with y'all because I think it's so important. We're living in a time now where we're so divided. We got to do better. We got to do better as a people, as a human race, and we have to do better as people, as Black people. Okay, it's time to fix us and stop worried about everybody else. Let's get into that video real quick. It's called Stop the Hatred by me, your girl, Lady Miz.
Stop all the hatred, the hatred. Stop all the hatred, the hatred. We need to stop all the hatred. We need more love and less war. We need to stop all the hatred, the hatred. Stop all the hatred and hatred. We need to stop all the hatred. We need more love and less war. We gotta put an end to this hatred. It's destroying the people. We stuck in the matrix. I'm tired of media manipulation. I'm tired of division. I'm giving a stipulation. We was given titles just to cause separation. I work hard for mine, so I'm owed reparation. But I ain't gonna let that stop my motivation. So without hesitation, I'm giving you dedication. What happened to in God we trust? Why we letting prejudice cause beef between us? We supposed to love our neighbor every day, all day. Don't hate me all week, but love me on Sunday. Cause we all one race. The human race, some comprehend it quick, but some at a slower pace. Just open up your mind so you can understand more, and we can have more love and less war. We need to stop all the hatred, the hatred. Stop all the hatred, the hatred. We need to stop all the hatred. We need more love and less war. We need to stop all the hatred, the hatred. Stop all the hatred, the hatred. We need to stop all the hatred. We need more love and less war. Pick one, either you white or black, woman or man, straight or gay, Democrat, Republican, Muslim or Christian. But I'm like, damn, is there any other option just to be human? They said, which one you gotta choose? I'm like, which one's the winning team? Cause I don't wanna lose. Do I choose my own path or do I break the rules? Can I think outside the box? Nah, that ain't really cool. So basically you telling me to be a follower? Don't use my own brain, cause I go against the grain. That way you control my every thoughts and every move. Make me think I got the power, but it's you who really choose. That's what the 1% do to us, the 99%. Keep us fighting each other when none of us really win. It's time to unite as a people. Stop trying to be superior because we all equal. We need to stop all the hatred, the hatred. Stop all the hatred, the hatred. We need to stop all the hatred. We need more love and less war. We need more love. We need to stop all the hatred, the hatred. Stop all the hatred, the hatred. We need to stop all the hatred. We need more love and less war. Stop the hate and stop the fight and stop the violence, stop the violence, stop the fighting. Stop the hate and stop the fight and stop the violence, stop the violence, stop the violence. Stop the hate and stop the fight and stop the violence, stop the violence, stop the violence. Stop the hate and stop the fight and stop the violence, stop the violence, stop the violence. We need more love and less war. No more war, y'all. We need more love and less war. We need love, y'all. Yeah. We need more love and less war. No more war. We need more love and less war.
I did. That's right, y'all. That actually, I should have made it clear. Excuse me. That's one is one of my older songs from a previous album, and that was just a lyric video. I wanted people to hear those words, okay? So important. I really wanted people to hear those words. Thank you guys so much for your kind words. Absolutely. So important. That's actually one of my favorite songs. Is one of my favorite songs because we allow people, and like I talked about the 1%. Sometimes people say, well, who's the 1%? I don't know who that. I never met them. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, we allow people to keep us separated as a people. Regardless of when I talk about us doing better, getting out of that slave mentality, we also have to understand we share this earth together. We share this earth together. And our neighbors, whoever, we got to go back to just embracing one another and making this world a better place. That song I wrote it from the heart. That is my true self. Okay, understand that, because I come from a place of love. That's why I take things. I get so upset with certain things because I'm a Cancer. Damn it! But I am way over my time, guys. I'm 30 minutes over my time. I know Ray is like, shut the hell up and let's get the hell up out of here. But stop it. We need more love and less war. You better tell them. All right. But yeah, that's my joint. It's called Stop the Hatred. If y'all haven't yet, you can stream it. You can purchase it. And all of that. And you could buy it directly from me if you want it. MP3, baby. That's that direct sell. You could purchase it from me and I could send it directly to you. Yes, I do direct sell too. All right. So guys, again, please remember that we got Hood Court coming soon. We are actually, for the month of December, we're going to be taking a somewhat break from the previous show, our From the Ground Up podcast, where we interview people, and we're going to be doing a lot of training, some upgrades, etc. So we're working really hard here, guys. I ask y'all all the time to please continue to share our links. That is how you support us. So important. Big shout out to, did I shout out Billy Black in the beginning? Big shout out to Billy Black. I'm going to say it again. And I thank y'all so much for tuning in. And I thank y'all for always coming through, for showing me support. I see y'all. I appreciate y'all so much. Big shout out to the White that's just coming in on the check-in. And that's it. Did I forget anything? All right, y'all. Talk therapy is over. I hope y'all enjoyed. It's your girl, Lady Miz, and I'm out.
We hope you enjoyed your time with Lady Miz on Talk Therapy. We'll see you next time. Be sure to add our channel to your Roku list and listen to us on all streaming platforms.
From the one way to go from here.